Hello friends, in this video I will discuss a very common but important topic, that is what is difference between judicial separation and divorce. Many of you might have confusion that actually what is difference between judicial separation and divorce. Please have patience because after watching this video your confusion will be resolved. However, before discussing differences, let's understand first what is judicial separation. As defined in Section 10 of Hindu Marriage Act 1955, either party to a marriage, whether solemnized before or after the commencement of this act, may present a petition praying for a decree for judicial separation on any of the grounds specified in subsection 1 of section 13, and in the case of a wife also on any of the grounds might have been presented. I can understand that this definition is pretty difficult to understand. However, what is saying here that after marriage any of the parties can file petition for the judicial separation, and for this the grounds will be same as of divorce, which is mentioned in section 13(1). Next, further, subclause 2 of section 10 says that where a decree for judicial separation has been passed, it shall no longer be obligatory for the petitioner to cohabit with the respondent, but the court may, on the application by petition of either party and on being satisfied of the truth of the statements made in such petition, rescind the decree if it considers it just and reasonable to do so. This definition is saying that once you get the decree for the judicial separation, it is not essential for the parties to live together. They can or they are free to live separately. However, at any point in time, they feel to reconcile their relationship and start cohabiting with each other. For this, they have to again file a petition to cancel the prior order, and after this, they can start living together again. Next, what is divorce? As defined in Section 13 of Hindu Marriage Act 1955, any marriage solemnized whether before or after the commencement of this act may, on a petition presented by either the husband or the wife, be dissolved by a decree of divorce. This definition is saying that any parties can file a petition for the dissolution of her or his marriage on a substantial ground. If their grounds or ground are or is valid and proved in the court, their marriage will be dissolved. So, divorce terminates the marriage. Next, now let us understand what are the differences between judicial separation and divorce. Legal or judicial separation or partial marital separation is a temporary suspension of marriage. On the other hand, divorce permanently terminates marriage. Petition for the judicial separation can be filed at any time after the marriage. So, in this case, there is no time limitation. On the other hand, for divorce, petition can be filed after 1 year of marriage. So, there is time limitation. Although in certain cases this time limitation can be waived off, but that is conditional. Next, if grounds are strong for judicial separation, then decree is given in only one step of the judgment. It means if you have presented a substantial ground for judicial separation, you don't need to keep on visiting court again and again. Rather, you will get the decree in very first hearing. On the other hand, In divorce, the judgment is usually a two-step process. That is, reconciliation, then divorce. Next, decree of judicial separation doesn't give permission to marry. Means if you get the decree of judicial separation, it doesn't mean that you can marry. You cannot. On the other hand, after divorce, both parties are free to get married. So here you have all the freedom, whatever you want to do. Next, for judicial separation, even a single instance of adultery is enough. So if you caught even once doing something wrong, court may award judicial separation decree. However, for divorce, one has to be living in adulterous relationship. So in this case, it has to be for a longer duration. Next, there is a possibility of reconciliation in judicial separation. It means once you get the decree of judicial separation and start living separately, any point in time you feel like to live together, you need to file a petition to cancel the order of judicial separation, and after cancelling that order you can start living together. But after divorce, there is no possibility of reconciliation. Note, judicial separation is a solid ground of divorce. Now, there is very important question. Many of you may be thinking on that. That is, can a wife claim maintenance during the period of judicial separation? In the case of judicial separation, if the wife is not able to maintain herself, she is permitted to claim maintenance from her husband. So, maintenance is permitted even in the case of judicial separation. So, this is all about the differences between judicial separation and divorce. Even you feel that you have some question or any confusion, you can put that in the given comment box. You will get the swift answer.